The ZANU-PF Youth League has dismissed reports of factionalism within the Revolutionary Party, describing them as hallucinations of expelled persons who have no locus standi to comment on party issues. Addressing a press conference in Gwera yesterday, National Secretary for Legal Affairs in the ZANU-PF Youth League, ED Mnangagwa, blasted the peddlers of false information, saying their wishful minds will not detract the Revolutionary Party from its development agenda to achieve Vision 2030. The Youth League was reacting to allegations of a rift between President Mnangagwa and Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, which were raised by former party members Godfrey Senengamu and Jim Kanaka, who claimed to be the original ZANU-PF youths. First and foremost, there is no party structure called Original ZANU-PF Youths. That absurdity occurs in the minds of gung-ho political dimwits who have long been divorced from any form of political relevance. The ZANU-PF Youth League is a perpetual, perennial structure with cyclical executives who assume office through prescribed methods and for a prescribed period of time. The methods and terms are obtained in our party constitution. ED Mnangagwa said the relevant party organs in the Youth League are authorized to appoint or remove members through the fulfillment of certain prescribed methods and conditions. These two agents, Senengamu and Kanaka, have not been reinstated into the party which long expelled them. They do not even meet the minimum party requirements of an ordinary card-carrying member, which is to pay a joining fee and be fully subscribed as stated in Article 3, subsection 2 of Chapter 1 of the party's constitution, let alone to have the effrontery to purport to have a right to speak either on behalf of or in the interests of or to claim to be representative of the said party's ZANU-PF. The same Chapter 1, subsection 2 states that any organization, association, or society whose members are citizens or residents of Zimbabwe and whose aims and objectives are not inconsistent with those of the party can be members of the party. The above, ED Mnangagwa said, allows for the formation and existence of affiliates of the party. This has been the basis for the formation and continued existence of notable organizations like the War Veterans Association, the War Collaborators Association, Children of War Veterans Association, etc. This has lately seen the creation of more groups such as Young Women for Economic Development, YW4ED, Men Believed, and Counselors for ED, to mention but a few. To that effect, the reasons why these affiliates strongly mention for ED is because that is where we are as a party. The party and the Youth League, he said, were solidly behind President Mnangagwa, who is the sole candidate for the 2023 harmonized elections. The party, from the most senior leadership to the grassroots, has unanimously endorsed that its sole candidate for the 2023 general elections is His Excellency Drive Ed Mnangagwa, said ED Mnangagwa. Claims that President Mnangagwa is forming parallel structures detached from the party showed a clear lack of knowledge of the party's constitution. ED Mnangagwa said all the affiliates, after forming themselves, approach the party to become affiliate members and work with the party. In these instances, YW4ED and Men Believed are working with the party to campaign for the party's sole candidate, ED Mnangagwa, he said. The party and youths will continue accepting other like-minded groups, associations, and organizations who approach the party to be affiliates. He described Kanaka and Senengamu as mercenaries, adding that their absurd utterances will not disrupt progress being made by the government under the leadership of President Mnangagwa. The utterances by these impersonators who approach politics not with loyalty nor ideology, but with a mercenary business mindset which sacrifices principles on the altar of expediency, will not move the masses away from the party that brought about the independence of this country. Let me warn these two reprobates, that the Youth League shall not sit and watch whilst our president and first secretary ED Mnangagwa is attacked left, right and center, said ED Mnangagwa. He blasted Mr. Mnangagwa for trying to poke his nose into ZANU-PF affairs when he has failed to mobilize and members into his own party. Kanaka is politically extinct, he has fossilized himself and is best used as a fuel by errand paymasters. The distortion of the party's name and insignia to try and cause confusion is a true testament of his political failure, ED Mnangagwa said. The Revolutionary Party was a people's party where the masses themselves picked their leader. For one to try and put across an assertion that ZANU-PF is controlled by individuals or state institutions like the army or through backdoor negotiations shows serious lack of intelligence, ED Mnangagwa said.